Good day, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Regional Review, the Far North Edition. I am your host, Tunohole Mungaba, and on this show we are going to look at what has transpired in the past week in the regions of northern Namibia. So please do stay tuned, do not move a muscle, do not touch that dial, and please continue with us as we get into the gist and to the news of the Far North Edition. Before we get into our news segment, let us take a moment to commemorate and also celebrate Lost Sock Memorial Day. I'm sure we have all lost a pair of shoes, a pair of socks, a pair of, things that usually go together. But losing socks, you always wonder, where did the other one go? And that is why we commemorate Lost Sock Day, so that we can have a reminder to always tell us that our pairs of socks may always come in twos, but after time, they always go missing. So please watch this short promo clip that NMH and Regional Review has prepared for you. For our first story, we are going to go to the Oshana region, where the Directorate of Education in the Oshana region received a donation of books by author Honorable Justice Smith at the Oshana Regional Library on Friday. David Smith is a judge at the Supreme Court of Namibia, and he's also one of the founders of the Legal Assistance Center. So please watch this video that Tunohole Mungaba has prepared.
Proof. And then I discussed a case and we were able to actually establish that. And then I spoke a little bit about Kufut and all the damage that they did and how difficult it was dealing with them. And then the murder of my client and friend Emmanuel Shafidi, I tell the story about that. And I was very privileged yesterday to meet with his brother from those times, Ferdinand Shafidi, who's a regional councillor in the Wangwena region for Ndola. And then, of course, I write a chapter about setting up the Namibia, which I was involved in. I was a co-founder of that with Gwen Lister. And then there were also, there was a terrible murder in the Wangwena area where people beat a man to death, and we were able to uncover that. And then about the curfew, which every single person who lived in the north in those times was touched by. It was a relentlessly enforced curfew which had brought about significant hardship.
Can the author be in the middle?
Judge Smith, for this good gesture of donating books to the libraries in Oshana, Oshikoto, and Umsati region, and also to the secondary schools in the three regions. We really appreciate this gesture of this donation. You know, we have some of our learners, especially when they go to secondary schools, the senior secondary, they really do not want to take up history as a field of study. And with this book in our schools and in our library, this book is going to serve as a reference book to our history teachers, and we encourage that all our history teachers uses this book to make the learners understand the importance where Namibia as a country is coming from. And with that, we believe that this book really is going to play a magnificent role in our schools to ensure that and to arouse that interest for our learners to take up history as a subject, because it will allow them to understand more where we come from as a country, and that is what we want for them to also understand our history so that they can become better leaders in future. So really, Judge Smith, thank you very much.
They stopped him. He went through there. They searched my car, of course, and then they said, "No, we're keeping him. You can go. We're not going to keep you." I said, "No, not so fast. You have to suspect he's committed an offence. You tell me what offence."
Before you detain
And they told me to keep quiet. I said, "No. You're talking about people's rights here. You can't do that."
For our second news segment, we are going all the way once again to the Oshana region, where a comedy show was hosted at Pepperoni Restaurant on Thursday in the Ongwediva town. So this the lead act of this show, Funny Jones, has come up with an organization of comedians in the north, and they have agreed to come up with a comedy show which will be hosted every month at Pepperoni. And this concept looks at bringing the community together, coming up with social events so that young people of Ongwediva have things to look forward to. Please watch this video for more.
Did you say you are having a car? Yes, my car. Let's just go. So one day I had one of my friends. This friend of mine was a Christian, so he loved praying. So this guy was doing prayer. So he was in fasting in prayer. So he was fasting for 3 days without food, no water. So the guy was just speaking in tongues. Everything he do is just speaking in tongues. 4 a.m. in the morning, you greet him in the morning, brother, good morning. Say, Rekata, Shatabaya. Brother, good afternoon, Shatabaya. Brother, good evening, Now, one day he gone out to mountain prayers. When he came back, I was busy cooking nice food. I was brining with the smell. When he entered the compound in the house, he started flowing the smell. Now he followed the smell in my room. Now the hunger was killing the guy. Got a lot of fans on the way. In the studio, I'm back. Guess you won't belong till the nigga got his game. Just the girls for this nigga got his game. Hey, that's why we working all night long. All night, yeah. All night, yeah. All night, yeah. All night long. All night long.
You know, sometimes I feel like if I was a doctor in those situations, I think that would be the right time, because the guy is dead, you know? I'm the new guy. So I walk in.
Lastly, which is our last news segment for today's episode, the 9th Opua Annual Trade Fair was officially opened last week, and President Hage Geingob officiated the event. The Opua Trade Fair, is an agricultural festival as well as social and cultural event where the residents of Opua come together and look for ways to improve their tourism sector as well as to find ways on how to make money as a town. Please watch this video for more.
Much more words than I could. The contribution you have rendered to the freedom, solidarity, and justice of this very nation. The work done through your leadership, through any sphere of assignment, is etched in the presence of everyone standing and sitting before you today. I am not great enough, not small enough to be able to make an impression to all. We know your early years of youthful endeavor were committed to the freedom of this country. We also know that the middle ages of your life were committed to the freedom, solidarity, and justice to each one of us before you today. In the last 30 years, you've done more than anyone can imagine that a free Namibia can actually emancipate itself in the presence of the denominations and demographic combinations. I find yourself in the pleasure of that delegation as your first Minister of Mines and Energy, and then your Director General in the dispensation of service delivery, developmental objectives as the Director General.
Free from crime, wash on us, oh Lord, we pray. Help our leaders to always protect. Our town in pride. Our town in pride. Our town in pride. Our town in pride.
So much. That's Opuo, our pride. Allow me to call, while they are singing, John Kasona from Rhino Trust. Can you join me on the podium? Kasona from Rhino Trust, please.
Africa Good Morning is a current affairs program that brings you the latest from Southern Africa and beyond. News, economics, sport, weather, interviews, and so much more. For any advertising or news-related queries, contact agm@synergy.com.na. Africa Good Morning, bringing Africa to you.
Umuthia, Ondangwa and Nanana are hitting the high 30s at the moment, with the heat not letting up much this week at all. Oshakati is a little cooler with plenty of sunshine, while Utabi can expect temps in the lower 30s this week along with a lot of sun.
Thank you very much, viewers, for tuning in to another episode of Regional Review, the Far North Edition. From myself, Tunohole Mungaba, and the rest of the Namibia Media Holdings team, we thank you for tuning in. Please, once again, do not forget to comment, like, and share. Do not forget to email us if you have any other stories that you would like us to focus on. And also, please do engage with all of our shows and let us know what you think and how we can continue satisfying your needs. From myself, Tunohole Mungaba, it is goodbye.